Oh. Someone recreated the... Wow.
Making Wendy's, it's such a breeze, and you can dip your fries into your Frosty, a junior bacon, yes please. I dream of Wendy. The nuggets,
You got
spicy
everything
chicken.
I
Go.
want. The value menu, the best.
Oh yeah, junior bacon you can't beat. The goddamn crispy chicken sandwich, the fries, and don't forget that Frosty.
See, Wendy's is the ultimate. And the greatest part about the Wendy's menu, of course, is the value menu. You're getting everything under like $1.50, so you can go to Wendy's and you can basically have a feast.
Yeah,
it's like you can get a tasting menu from Wendy's.
True, you spend like $4 and you just eat your way to Chinatown.
That was always our thing in high school, the late night rides to Wendy's, because it's so hard to decide. You know, you've got all of these options and you can basically just get them all.
Yeah, they were burn rides for me. A bunch of us would pile into a car. We'd pull up to the drive-thru, put the window down, smoke would be like billowing out.
And the best part about it is the Wendy's smell was so intense that it would completely disintegrate the smell that was going on before you got to Wendy's.
Yeah, you drive around. I'd always get a 4-piece nugget. Probably usually 2 junior bacons, a fry, barbecue sauce, honey mustard ranch, a Frosty.
It's
Sometimes
just
a chicken
such a
spicy.
well-balanced thing. It was great because they had the chicken option, which the other fast food joints didn't have.
Well, some did, but they had the best chicken.
The best chicken. But as we took our food game to the next level, we had to evolve as well, because there is a point in your fast food eating career where it just stops sitting with you. I don't know if it's you just get older or what it is.
Less sitting and more shitting.
Less sitting and more shitting. So we turned to the kitchen and we decided, hey, we can still have Wendy's, but we can make it all homemade. And that's what we did today. We created the entire Wendy's value menu. Everything on the menu except the salads.
Fuck the salads. Fuck them good. As far as I'm concerned, it's not fast food unless you've got your delicious sauces. I always like the trifecta, the honey mustard, the barbecue sauce, and of course, the delicious ranch.
It's kind of funny because I didn't realize until we made these sauces that how fast food chains have made us super addicted to the endless sauce.
Oh yeah.
You need all the options.
Especially if sometimes you get the burger and it's like dried out and the nuggets are soggy. So if you have the sauce, it's at least gonna taste good, guaranteed.
Ketchup isn't enough. Ask for them all. At least like 2 more sauces.
Yeah. To make Wendy's honey mustard, you gotta take some Dijon mustard, take a little bit of honey, some mayo, paprika, and pepper, and just mix that all together. And I had the little sauce packets, so I was comparing them back and forth. I'm leaving out all the benzo, tetrahydronolines, the weird shit you can't pronounce. So it's not gonna taste exact, but it was extremely damn close. You got the spicy, the smoky.
The creamy from the mayo, that's what makes it very specific to Wendy's.
It's creamy for the mayo and little specks of paprika, which I didn't expect, but they were on the ingredient list. For the Buttermilk Ranch, so easy. It's one of the easiest sauces you can make. There's no cooking involved, and it's just guaranteed delicious. Take some of that mayo, a little bit of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, just use some milk and some butter. I don't know. Fuck it.
I think they say milk and vinegar.
Vinegar,
but
yeah, it makes buttermilk. Yeah, that's true. Take some butter. Dried parsley, dried onion powder, garlic powder, a little splash of white vinegar, salt, pepper, and just mix that together. It's automatically gonna taste delicious.
Oh, I gotta say, that Buttermilk Ranch, you nailed it. I don't know why you didn't get one from Wendy's to compare.
Because I just knew my buttermilk game is off the hizzy.
Yeah, if you add in too much butter, then you gotta get out of town.
It is insane.
One more sauce, let's do it.
Okay, this is a sauce I've never made before. Who knows?
Oh my God, if there's one thing Josh has some culinary skill in, it's making fast food barbecue sauce. He nails it every single time. The problem is, he's a little too good, so he decides to make a specific type of barbecue sauce every single meal.
Every time you gotta have barbecue. I can barbecue sauce anything.
It's
I
always
can make
the
a barbecue
same.
sauce to complement any dish in the world.
Why does it always taste like the Wendy's or McDonald's barbecue
Because that's
sauce?
like, to me, that was the staple, like the fast food, kind of the thick, the sweet, the salty, a little smokiness in there.
All right, give it to him.
The Wendy's barbecue sauce, all you do is you take some ketchup and squirt that in there. Brown sugar, molasses, ground chicken, breadcrumbs. That's not right. What the fuck? For the Wendy's barbecue sauce, all you gotta do is you get some ketchup, some vinegar. I use a little apple cider vinegar, but white vinegar works. Molasses, tomato paste, brown sugar, chili powder, smoked paprika, a little smoky, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then just kind of stir it together while it's coming to a boil. Cool thing about barbecue sauce, once it hits the boil, it's done. And that's all you need. You get your sticky, delicious barbecue sauce. I had the barbecue packet. I was looking at the ingredients. Their main thing is corn syrup, so I used the ketchup, which kind of acts as like the corn syrupy, cornstarch tomato-ness, and then it just explains itself.
Those are the sauces. We are moving on in life. For me, the reason I really loved Wendy's was the chicken sandwiches. I wasn't a big burger guy, so they had the best chicken sandwiches. So we are going to recreate the value chicken sandwiches. We took some chicken breast and we just cut it up into little cubes, and then we just pounded it out into nice patty sizes right there. Now we're on to the breading. We're using a 3-part breading, but there are some specific steps if you want to get the actual Wendy's chicken. We start off with a classic flour mix right there. We added some salt and pepper. That's your first step. Then we moved on to just an egg wash. Scrambled up some eggs, added a little bit of pepper and salt. On to the third part of the breading. We took some flour and then we also added some breadcrumbs, and we actually strained off some of the thinner.
I basically sifted them.
We sifted the breadcrumbs, so we only got the thick ones because we wanted those chunks to make it look just like
Genius.
Wendy's. We also added a heavy amount of pepper because when you look at the breading, you can see those specks.
They're not hiding.
They're not hiding. Then we took our chicken, we dipped it in the flour, we went straight into the egg wash, and then we went into the breadcrumb flour mixture, and we just let that sit. They say at Wendy's, fresh, never frozen, right?
Yeah, it sat for a while and it kind of developed its own little ceiling in there, so by the time we fried it, Gabuts!
We got our oil heated to about 350, 375 degrees, and we just fried those up for about 5 minutes until they were beautifully golden brown. Took them out, drained them on a paper towel, and we are ready to build this value chicken sandwich.
Oh.
We took our fresh bun, the freshest of buns, laid on that chicken patty. Look how golden and delicious. And then we spread on some mayo onto that top bun. A little bit of lettuce, because that's all you're getting with the value meal. You're just getting lettuce, no tomato, no onion, no pickles. There you go, the chicken sandwich. Take a bite of that, Josh.
Wow.
Is it everything you could remember and more?
That for $1, I could hide drive around and eat that thing. Oh. Got that vibe.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's the mayo
Yeah.
and the lettuce. It's the simplicity.
My crunch.
It's kind of the simplicity.
The frying crunch.
Oh, damn, he's still going.
Oh yeah.
And it's amazing. So simple with the ingredients, with just the lettuce and mayo, but the combination really works. I actually like the simplicity. Always go back for more. That thing cost a frickin' $1.
I did a little testing on the nuggets because I found that no one in the world is creating Wendy's nuggets, and the people that do, which are still no one, they're not using the ground chicken. Which if you look at Wendy's nuggets, it's not one solid piece of chicken. There's no way in hell. So screw all those copycats out there. And for some reason, people are not creating Wendy's at home. I feel like you're seeing a lot of.
And the Wendy's
McDonald's.
nuggets are so good. They're so
They're good.
good. And I think we nailed it with this recipe.
So we wanted to use the same breading as the chicken. You know, the flour, the egg, and then the breadcrumb flour mixture. Because I feel like they're probably using a similar mixture anyway. So we did the same deal. You basically take some ground chicken. If you don't have ground chicken, you can take chicken breast and just blend it up in a blender. It's a cool trick. Wet your hands, take a little bit of chicken, and you're gonna form these little mini nugget bastards, right? The little nugskis, they're chilling. I thought I'd have to freeze them, but fresh never frozen, so I couldn't. So then I put them in some flour, then put them in the eggs, put them in the breadcrumb flour mixture, and then just fry them out. And then you end up with these delicious crispy nuggets. And they not only look like Wendy's, but they taste just like Wendy's.
Yeah, and then of course you gotta just dip the shit out of those in a sauce because they're raw dogs, so you gotta dip them.
The honey mustard, the barbecue sauce, whatever you want to dip in, you go for it.
So it's time to spice it up, and we all know Wendy's has the spicy chicken sandwich, but this isn't the number 6. They don't actually have the spicy chicken sandwich on the value menu, but what they do have is the Go Wrap, which is probably the most genius thing you could ever order. You know why? For $1, $1.50, whatever it is, they take a chicken sandwich and they just cut it right in half. So I think it's one of the best values on the menu. So we're gonna make a spicy chicken batter, and we're gonna do the exact same thing, but we're just gonna add some spices to the 3-part breading. So what we did was we took the exact same breading, we sprinkled in some cayenne, some paprika, and a little bit of garlic powder to the first mix. We left the eggs plain. We sprinkled in the same exact spices to the 3rd part, but we went pretty heavy there.
It was, whoops!
Chef John would be pissed about that amount of cayenne pepper. We took our pounded chicken and we dipped it, and we did the same exact process. We got those things nice and breaded with that spicy mixture. Fried those puppies off at the same temperature, and look at those. Oh my Lord. We are ready to go,
Ready to go, Wrap.
Genius name,
I gotta wrap and I gotta go, so I'm ready to go. If I don't really have a show, then I'll never know that you can go wrap.
Oh, damn. So the Go Wrap starts with a little tortilla, about a medium to small size tortilla. Then we hit it with that little flimsy piece of lettuce. For the Go Wrap, you gotta make sure it looks extra sloppy.
Or as Dame Jobs calls it, crunchy water.
Crunchy water, but you got to make sure the Go Wraps, like, they're always wrapped like shit. So, you know, we made it a little nicer. But you start off with that flimsy piece of crunchy water. Then you go on to the cheese. That's an interesting twist. They sprinkle on a little bit of cheddar cheese. Hit it with just half a piece of that chicken breast, that spicy chicken, and then the sweet ranch. Another great value. You're getting ranch sauce on that thing. And then fold it up. Oh my God.
It's just like ranch everywhere.
The best thing. Yeah, you're right. Once the Go Wrap came into action, like, I thought the value meal was good before.
You couldn't lose.
You couldn't lose.
All right, so for the spicy chicken nuggets, we had to make them because not everyone's got spicy chicken nuggets. Pretty much the exact same thing we did for the chicken. This time we're using that ground chicken. Same deal with the nuggets. You form little patties. Put them in the flour, spicy flour mixture, some egg.
It's the same shit. We're not even going to show you. It's the same thing.
You fry them up, and look at those beautiful, sort of orangey bastard experience spicy guys. You dip them in your ranch. They're so good.
And again, the greatest part about it is you've got spice encrusted in those puppies. It's not a spicy sauce.
Oh my God.
I think Wendy's really originated that idea. Thank you guys. That is part 1 of the Wendy's value menu. Stay tuned for part 2. You know, subscribe, share the video, do whatever you want. We've got t-shirts in our shop, brothersgreen.com. But I hope you enjoyed this. Most importantly, you know, you can go to the fast food restaurants, but I would highly recommend making it at home. It's going to be so much more delicious. You get to pick your ingredients. You can go to the butcher shop, whatever you have. You get your stuff, you make it, you have fun, and you enjoy it to the max.